Hey everybody, Dr. Vinod Somareddy here talking to you about exercise. So I get this asked a lot as far as exercise and what it's all about, what to do, and if it's right or if it's wrong. So I want to go over with you 6 key principles today and how to know if you're doing exercise right. And it's a little bit different because it goes down to the principles of what you do with exercise. Number 1 is, do you know if you're doing the right stuff? Yes, sometimes exercise has many facets. Actually, it does have many facets all the time. But is it the right exercise? Is it the right exercise for you in your sport? Is it the right exercise for you as a rehab person? Is it the right exercise for your age? You got to know if it's the right thing and getting the correct data and who you talk to. So you want to go to a professional to make sure you have the right exercises to do. Number 2, knowing it exactly. A lot of times people get into this idea they can do a bunch of different things. They can do CrossFit, they can do rehab exercise, they can do different sort of gymnastic kind of exercises. But is it the right exercise for you? And do you know it exactly? Is it important to really understand how it works precisely? Absolutely. You got to know how to do it very precisely. A lot of times people get into an idea that you should do a bunch of different exercises and kind of figure it out, but don't get taught if it's done. Don't get taught it the right way, and then don't do it very exactly. The exact mechanism of doing what you're doing with it is super important. Take your time, learn it well, and check it all the time. But most importantly, understand it for yourself. Make it your own. Number 3, verify it's correct. A lot of times people get ideas, they look online, they'll talk to different people, and they don't verify it's correct. Where do you verify it's correct? The leaders in the industry. If you're doing a rehab exercise, go to the leaders in rehab and talk to them about it. If you're doing a personal training thing, go to a personal trainer that's a leader in the industry. If you're going to a sports medicine person, go to a sports medicine person. Those people are the ones that are going to know for sure what the right thing is to do, and they can verify it for you. Number 4, teach it. The best way to learn something sometimes is to teach others how to do it. So once you've done the first 3 things and you verified it's correct, make sure you teach it to others. Because once you teach it to somebody else, you make it yourself. And as you learn more and you teach it to other people, you become better at it. As a physical therapist, I found that a lot of times teaching it to other physical therapists techniques, not just exercise, but different manual hands-on techniques, made me a better therapist at that particular technique. Number 5, apply it. The more and more you apply the exercise, the more you practice it, the more you continue to practice it, the more it brings to you the importance of how well you can do it. There's some quick modifications that happen. If you hurt yourself or not feeling so good that day, you can modify your exercise a little bit. You can change it around. That makes you more of an expert, but you're practicing different variations of it. But you know it already really precisely, and now you're practicing it very precisely, and you're doing it in different variations. That really helps a lot to be able to apply it. Anything you do really in life, you're going to have to apply, especially with exercises. You have to make sure you know how to do those exercises and apply it very specifically. Number 6, and the last and most important thing is, when you look around after you've done all those exercises really well, and you know it precisely, you've taught it to others, you can apply it yourself, look around and make sure people are doing it right. Because what happens is when people start to do it wrong around you, they're at the gym and you see a person's not doing it right, of course it'd be a little intrusive to go up to them and say, hey, you're not doing it right. But if you can actually have that conversation or talk to your friends about it who are willing to listen and make sure that they understand they're doing something wrong, you can teach them the right way. And by teaching them the right way, you actually preserve the right exercises over time that you've learned, and you've learned through experts, and you've learned how to do it right. So again, in summary, you definitely want to find out what the right thing is, what the right exercise is. You want to know it exactly. You definitely want to make sure you verify it's correct with an expert in the field. You want to teach it to people so they understand how it's done. You want to apply it yourself so you can really obviously apply it. You're going to be applying along the way, but application is very important as you've learned it very well. And last, most importantly, you want to look around your environment to make sure that everybody else is doing it right, so that information of that exercise and the things you're learning about it don't get on forward as wrong exercises. All right, so come see us. Hope all you're well.